All right, hello everybody. Good evening to one more night. What am I saying? One more night? There's two more nights of this. All right. Good evening, welcome everybody. This is Coco Ethan from K Project. We are having today our K Project Wild Rift tournament. Our semi-final matches will be today. Let's see, it's on that side of my screen. Yep, towards my, I guess on my, I would say on my right, but technically it's on the left. You can see at 8 p.m. We are just getting the lobby soon, just running a little bit late. We are having Paradox Gaming versus KSV, uh, as well as we'll be joined by Soltan Edola versus Dream Esports later on at about 10 p.m. Now, if we look at this bracket over here, we can see that Paradox Esports has gotten a beautiful, stunning 2-1 against their opponents. And then we also have, let's see, we have Paradox Esports with 2-1, a very stunning 2-1, if anything. The only thing that was a little bit unfortunate, I would say, for certain esports is that they could have made it, but, just small mistakes here and there. So Paradox Esports, they definitely look strong, but, they got to clean some stuff up. They look a little bit rusty. They got to clean some stuff up if... they got to clean some stuff up into, what do we call this, to make sure they have clean plays, or else they might have a problem against KSV. Hold on, let me just convey some messages to the team. Now, after that, we have Pink Paddlefish Boys versus KSV. KSV came out in a stunning 2-0 fashion. I believe, if my memory is correct, KSV definitely just took care of Pink Paddlefish Boys really, really quickly. There were some back and forth fights here and there, but in the end, KSV definitely had control over the momentum of the game as a whole, and they just proceeded to the semifinals pretty easily. And then when we went to yesterday's games, right, we had Soltan Edola versus the Bots. Soltan Edola versus the Bots was definitely a more interesting game. I would say it was a very close game, if anything. The first game, I would say, a little bit maybe lopsided in the sense where who was this champion? Was it the Ari? The Ari that dealt a lot of destruction, a lot of disruption, basically, a lot of mage damage coming out, taking everyone by surprise, bringing people to half HP, allowing the Ezreal to take care of things really fast. They went on to game 2. We had something like Soltan and Edola versus the Bots in game 2. We saw the Shyvana being quite a significant force in this sense, but in the end of the day, we saw that Darius, who was left alone and managed to build himself up to get himself 4 kills. I believe, yes, that was the game we saw a very nice quadra kill with Darius, and the Bots responded for that in game 3 by banning away that Darius. And towards the end, Soltan Edola answered with the Shyvana because they definitely did not want to deal that. And although back and forth both teams went, at the end of the day, the game went towards Soltan Edola, despite the Bots almost being able to win, being able to hold the grasp of the game early game. They had Mastery getting so far ahead and things going wrong for Soltan Edola. The Lee Sin and who was their mid laner? I can't remember. It was, I believe, like Lee Sin Malphite, I think, in the mid lane or something. And it's Lee Sin Yasuo, sorry. And they tried to force so many fights in the mid lane, and they kept failing early on. Master Yi got far ahead, but the Bots, they couldn't really capitalize on this, and eventually this bit them in the rear because later on Soltan Edola managed to recuperate and think calmly a bit and say, alright, what's our win condition? Our win condition is to force fights in a 5v5 scenario, and that's what they did, and they closed out the game pretty easily as well. And then when we head over to our last game, which is, I believe, Soltan. Sorry, let me get one thing straight. It will be Dream Esports versus Eugen, right? Let me see what I miss. Sorry about that. All right, and then we go on to Eugen versus Dream Esports. Eugen versus Dream Esports. It was rather unfortunate for you. For Eugen. Eugen looked like they actually had an idea on what they wanted to play, how they wanted to win, but the problem that they had towards the end was that they played just a little bit impatient, right? I believe among all the games we saw, Dream Esports gave us the most spectacular playing so far. We saw some strategies appeal already. For Dream Esports, they made some interesting picks and of the sort. And this led to Eugen just being a little bit impatient, right? They knew they were behind. They were trying their best to try and go for it and try and secure at least 1 or 2 teamfight wins. But, you know, a little bit outstepped by one player, a little bit outstepped by one player, and how do we say this? A little bit of impatience, I would say. You know, they were really desperate. You could see the desperation in a way. They wanted to try and make a play, make it work, but it just couldn't happen. And then later on, they got so indecisive that at the end, how do we say this? They got so indecisive that in the end they lost because they were too passive, is the right word. Alright, let's go into the actual game itself. We can hear the sounds already at the back screen. Pick and ban phase has already happened. What we did miss is Wukong and Malphite has actually been banned by respective teams. This will be Paradox on your right, as well as I believe this is KSV on our left. Now hold on, as we can see, I am still writing in my book, don't worry too much about it, but I will need to make sure that we have the correct overlay for the next teams. As we can see here, a decent round up pick already being picked off almost right away. What are we expecting from both teams really? So far, Kennen has been always picked by Paradox once again. It is 100% pick rate for Paradox Gaming actually so far. Yasuo has been a popular hot contested pick definitely. Towards the ADC support range, they've played a bunch of different types of bot lane combinations. So this Lulu Vayne pickup is actually the first time they'll be playing it in this tournament as well. Now we look at KSV once again. What picks are they looking for? Malphite has definitely been banned, so everything has to be new. Alright, now all that's left is the jungler. So far we have seen a Mumu being picked mostly for Paradox. There's a high chance we will see a Mumu again, if not maybe something along the lines of Wukong or Evelyn. Alright, now as I lock that in, I'm just going to quickly write down in my nice notebook the picks of each champion. I know there are more high-tech opinions, but you know, I like having a notebook. There's something about having a physical book that is just so satisfying. Alright, as we have seen here, it's going to be once again an Amumu pick, a very safe pick indeed for Team Paradox. So whoever's watching this, they're preparing for the finals, you know what your opponent's likely to pick. So you know, what are your options there? You know, this is not me giving away secrets, this is just me giving away statistics. Now for both teams, what am I looking at here? Let's see. We are looking towards a interesting wombo combo. The only thing I do like about the blue side KSV is that they are prepared to disengage if necessary, right? Which to put it bluntly, oops, this is not the right logo. Now to put it bluntly, right, we have the ball delivery system right now. We have Shyvana, we have Alistar for KSV. Orianna's ultimate with the shockwave, we can use Shyvana's ultimate dragon form. She can just go dragon form in to the team fight, and then they'll be followed up by the Orianna right away, which allows them to do a nice little wombo combo we can call, as well as, ooh, that's a little bit loud on my end. And then when we look at Alistar as well, right, the pulverized headbutt combo is going to allow him to create that type of pressure in game as well. And don't forget, we also have the Ashe, who's going to be the nice skirmish towards the end, sending a nice Ashe arrow towards the outside, making sure that they can find that one pick that they need. Because in this case for KSV, I think their game plan is to find that one pick, disable one person, and then carry the fight from there. That is the best way to look at their situation right now. Whereas when you look from the side of Look at the side of Paradox. They have picked the Yasuo once again, but the interesting thing is they have picked the Yasuo without any support for the Yasuo, right? Which means that Yasuo is pretty much responsible for getting all of these knockups by himself. He does have the Lulu ultimate, I believe the Overgrowth or Get Big, to help him with the knockups. That is if they manage to get in the middle of a team fight. But I think it's pretty obvious for everybody watching that PAX for Team Paradox, their game plan, right, their absolute game plan is to try and find a way for Omumu to get in, get a 2-3 man stun, and then immediately follow that up with a Lulu ultimate. The 2 to 3 man knockup will result in Yasuo being able to use his last breath, being able to use all his combos, and be a little bit annoying as it is. And hopefully that can be paired up with Kennen to help clean that up, to keep them CC'd for just the right amount of time, right? That is the dream goal for, I would say, Paradox Gaming. Of course, they have their late game insurance in Vayne. Hopefully that Vayne can take off towards late game if he doesn't get focused too much. But you know, that's a bit tough for the Vayne actually, because when you look at KSV once again, KSV are very good at taking out one person, which means that if they see Vayne and Yasuo is already doing Yasuo stuff, then you choose your poison, right? Do you want to get rid of Vayne? Do you want to get rid of the Yasuo? Now let's look over here. Amumu might be getting a little bit of trouble, forced to flash away right away. Pings are coming in for both teams already, and first blood has been achieved by Kennen actually. He punished, I guess, he punished the Gragas as he was trying to assist his teammate, but that is not going to bring too much about that. Once again, I do apologize for missing that first blood, but there was 2 actions happening, and I think the 2v1 was a bit more critical in my opinion, but it's okay. Mistakes happen. We can only try again. As we look into this bot lane, I believe bot lane right now, the Vayne has managed to secure some trait back for themselves. We can see Sephiroth taking quite a little bit of HP, being a little bit too risky for my own liking. Heal being forced to burn right there. So, from my memory, what happened in early game was that they went into an early level 1 invade that didn't go too well for our Ashe right here. And this led it to have a significant disadvantage into laning phase, right? Because when you look at it, Ashe versus Vayne, it's Vayne is a very weak early game champion, and by having the enemy ADC at half HP, this gives you some sense of security to be able to lane a little bit safe, because just because Alistar comes in with a headbutt pulverized combo, if Lulu uses polymorph onto Ashe and then they focus on Ashe, Ashe is in danger, right? So they gotta play a bit safe. They can't punish the weakness of Vayne for early game, but both of them has reset. Everyone is level 5. Everyone's ultimates is available right now. So I'm expecting some rotations to happen real soon. As we look right now, let's just look at the game state, right? It's 4 minutes into the game. We have 1,000 gold advantage for Paradox Esports right now, and look at that headbutt pulverized combos not hitting the mark, but the Ashe arrow is gonna hit right away, and Shivada's coming in from the side. It's gonna be 2 flashes burn almost right away. Lulu's gonna be the first to fall, and the shockwave is going to miss the Vayne right there. And look at that, Kennen's coming in from side, Lightning Storm is coming in. He's gonna take care of Shyvana right away, and the support of Yasuo is coming in right now. It's gonna be a 3v3 scenario. They're thinking about cleaning it up, but both teams have decided to call it off. They're like, alright guys, this is just enough trade. It's a 1-for-1. Let's not go for any more. That is a well-timed rotation from the Kennen, coming just in the nick of time to at least get a kill onto the Shyvana right here. But now Dragon's being taken, and they are thinking about contesting it, but do remember that there is no smite, no shockwave available from the Orianna. As now Dragon has been simply secured, and the Gragas barrel has been thrown away. Just a little bit of a warning shot, but it is not going to mean too much. 5 minutes in the game, the gold advantage is still about 1,500, 1,500 gold towards the Team Paradox. 1,500 gold towards Team Paradox, and so far we can see the map is slowly moving towards Team Paradox right now. They do have a slight advantage in this game, but it is not, I would say, significant enough to say that KSV do not have a chance, right? KSV, as long as they stick to their win conditions, they might still be okay. But right now, a little bit of an Alistar being caught out right there he should be fine. He'll make it out. He'll live to see another day. And let's join our nice friend Shyvana, Levi Ackerman. He is coming in right into a face-checking Kennen, but Kennen is going to just immediately run away and not really suffer the consequences of face-checking right away. What did we miss in the bot lane? As like looking for a tower dive. That is going to be a quick 2 kills. And Vayne, what are you doing? Are you just showing off at this point? Majestic, kind of showing off, saying, look, I won't die to the turret, haha, you know. All right, let's look at mid lane right away. Yasuo almost dying right there, being forced to flash already, and Amumu coming in with the flash, not trying to get the kill onto Goosebumps, but that is not going to work out. That is going to be 1 more kill, sorry, 2 more kills actually, that is going to be in the favor for Team Paradox. They are slowly crawling their advantage. Amumu once again in the jungle, and Kennen is coming in from back. He's flanking right now. Lightning Storm gets it. He stuns one, and Alistar is forced to flash away right away. He has to abandon his jungler, unfortunately. And right now we can see Gragas getting caught on the side, but he should be fine now. He's opting for the 1v1. Alistar is coming in for the support right now, and he misses the headbutt pulverize combo, and that's going to be a little bit botched right there. Or they are now currently pincered in between, and Alistar is taking a little bit more damage than he should be. The Locket of the Iron Solari forced to be popped right away, and as both the full 5 members of Team Paradox are here ready to defend the situation right now. Look at that. Sephiroth is actually so low, and they are looking to scare Rift Herald right away. Ashe is thinking about doing something, but alright, they have decided not to. They pulled it off, and look at that. Orianna thinking about getting some extra kills, but with that HP, I don't think that is such a good idea. Now let us look back into the top lane. Shyvana, Gragas versus the bot lane from Team Paradox. Right now the HPs don't look too good, but it's going to be a 3v2 situation. The Ashe arrow is ready. They have to watch out. Pings are flying everywhere. They're saying back up, it's not worth it, guys. Just back up, play it safe. We have the kill advantage, we have the goal advantage right now. Don't be too reckless. Look at that. Shyvana and Alistar were actually planning to rotate towards top lane, but they have called it off for now. Scuttle is going to be eventually secured by the Kennen, and Amumu just barely making out with the blasting code. Let's look at the items real quick. It is 8 minutes into the game. Ardent Sensor for the Lulu are going to immediately give a nice gold value for the Vayne right away. First items almost completed for everyone across the board. Gragas is a little bit ahead, has the Sheen and Rod of Ages as well. Yasuo is heading towards his 1.5 items. I think everyone on Team Paradox is about at 1.5 items, which is quite nice. 15 seconds to dragon spawning. And we are expecting to see our next team fight happening very soon. It is now heading towards 9 minutes into the game. Dragon has officially spawned. The Mountain Dragon, 5,000 gold advantage for Team Paradox, as they are going to quickly take this dragon right away. Team KSV do not look like they were planning to even answer to that. They just let it go. Ashe is already farming in the top lane, saying, alright, you guys just do whatever you want, alright? I'm not interested. I don't want any part in this. But right now, mid lane looks like it's going to be under siege, but they are going to abandon that plan. Vayne looks like he might be in a bit of trouble. They do know that Vayne has went up alone. And look at this. They set up a death brush. Now, the flash going on to the Lulu, but it's going to fail as Lulu actually gets knocked back into safety. And one more knock into safety as the Ashe arrow is actually going to hit. Honey on that Lulu is somehow staying out alive. How is this happening? That was just so many miscoordinations that happened. Oh my goodness. KSV, they misplayed that significantly badly. Instead of being able to CC and lock the Lulu, instead they knock him away, skill after skill, into safety. That has got to be a tilter right there. Now, if you're KSV, you gotta calm down just a little bit. You want to look at it and say, all right, guys, calm down, chill. Let's breathe. Let's just breathe. We want to make sure we don't make such mistakes again, you know. It may be a little bit hard to play Alistar in the mobile version. Sure, that's understandable, but still. Don't make hasty plays. You gotta plan your skills out properly, right? Don't just burn them saying, alright, I got it. Oh, no, he ran away. Like, that was kind of unfortunate. We saw I think 3 or 4 skills. The headbutt sending him away. I think the Shyvana ult sending him away, the Gragas ult sending him away. That is just rather unfortunate, man. All right, now as we look at Goosebumps right now, might have a little bit of a skirmish right there. Both of them just gonna say hi to each other, say, all right, get away. Now, if we look at the map from both teams, it's actually pretty dark. They have almost no vision of the entire map, if anything. But that should be fine. They have vision of Kennen for now. Both teams are actually wondering where each other are at the moment, and right now they have seen the bot lane going towards top, so they have two options. Do they want to get rid of the Kennen, or do they want to flank the top lane, the bot lane duo at least? And Alistar was thinking about it, but he has rotated safely, taking the safe route. The Hawk shot from the Ashe is going to reveal some information, and they're going to realize that it's a 3v2 situation. And as we look at that Ashe just got deleted. The Ardent Sensor from the Lulu is coming through, giving the extra attack speed, allowing him to just take the Ashe, with the Alistar down right away. He did not use flash, he did not use heal, he just left it himself to die. Excuse me about that. Now, both teams are going to go back into the mid lane siege right now. As we can see, a full-on defense. Vayne a little bit on the low side, but Alistar is coming in right away to defend. But you know what? They can sense that everyone's coming in and say, alright, let's pull back. We're going to bait them. They're going to think we're doing something, and we're all not here anymore. And as that plan, Kennen has revealed himself in bot lane once again. Alright guys, it is now 12 minutes into the game. Let's look at the items. It is about 8,000, 7 to 8,000 gold advantage. Alistar, what are you doing? No, not like this. Oh good, he made it all alive, guys. It's all good. But I think he might be backing in a little bit of a dangerous place, because if they see him, they might actually go for him. Alright, he's safe for now. That's a little bit worrying for me, not gonna lie. But look at that, Vayne just being a little bit majestic in itself, taking quite a bit of damage from the Orianna though. He might want to play a little bit safer. Now, let's just look at the items if we have time to talk about it real quick. 12.5 minutes into the game, 6-1 in kills in favor of Team Paradox. It's about 9,000 gold advantage right now. Look at that Vayne's gold. He has almost 12,000 gold. He's like 4,500 gold up against his enemy ADC. He is 3 items in, coming towards his 4th item. That's kind of sick. And especially with the rapid fire and sag shift, he's going to get the extra range for the little extra oomph right now. As they're going to secure Dragon right now, Shyvana's trying her best to come in, but it's not going to work. The Lightning Storm from Kennen's going to come in right away. They're going to take the first person down. And the Shockwave is actually going to take care of Kennen eventually, I believe. But look at that. Vayne is just going forward. He does not care. Going for double kill and gets the knockback into the triple kill. That is a nice, clean ace for Team Paradox right now. And I believe they should be going straight for the Baron. Kennen is the only casualty in this. He was ignited. He had no choice. He took the shockwave to the face. There's not much you can do about it, but that's a-okay. They got the Baron. They have 5 more kills to the belt from 6 to 1 to 11 to 2. That is a trade-off I would take any day, including the Baron up minions. Now, it is 11 to 2 in score. We can see it is now 12,000 gold difference. Right now, KSV are in for a bad time, I could say. Now, if you're KSV, you're looking at the situation going, all right, what can we do? Let's look at the itemization right now. Alistar has Lockhead, has a Thornmail, but is the Thornmail actually going to do enough against someone like Vayne? I believe there is attack speed reduction. Let me just double check this item, Oh, wait, that's Vayne. There is Alistar. Let's check this, right? So, Thornmail just does the normal, whereas I believe, do you have this? See, this is a little bit of a problem. You need to buy something like Warden's Mail, right? Because Warden's Mail actually reduces attack speed, which is what Vayne is good at. And by just buying Thornmail, that does nothing. Which is a little bit of a shame, because that's a slightly wrong itemization. You look at the enemy team. It's just a Yasuo. It's just a Vayne. I mean, just is a relative word, but you know what I'm trying to say. Vayne does true damage. He doesn't really care about Thornmail. Yasuo does armor penetration. He doesn't really care about he doesn't care too much about attack speed, we would say. But if you're choosing the lesser of the two evils, you want to get Warden's Mail because you want to slow down the Vayne as much as possible. And right now, only Gragas has the Warden's Mail and bought it extremely late. So it's not going to be too useful right now. And so if you're KSV, you're going to try and see who can we take out right away. I have not seen the Ash Arrow catch anybody off guard. And right now at this point, I would say it's a little bit too late. They even if they find a fight now, I don't know if they can actually salvage the situation. Because look at this. They are being turtled in their own base so badly right now. There were so many chances where they could have just went for a gamble. Say, you know what? What if we threw this arrow? What if we tried the Seeker's arrow and it actually hit someone? Could we follow up with the fight? You know, we will never find that out this game because right now they are slowly just defending and they are being too passive. But the super minions are just knocking at the door. Just like that, they played so passive, they didn't even want to defend their turrets. And right now, you can see that Paradox have taken down 2 tier 3 turrets. Now the standard textbook League of Legends play. Either wait for Dragon and have somebody split push top lane. That is the textbook play to end the game. If you're in a rush, sure. But right now, it's game 1. You have the game in your hand. Don't find a way to screw it up. You know, don't throw the game. If your win condition is simple, 30 dragons to dragon spawn. Alright, 30 seconds, go to dragon. While dragon is spawning, have someone go to top lane. Take care of top lane. Have it set up so that when dragon is done, you can go to top lane and push. Which they are exactly not doing. Guys, come on. This top lane is eventually going to bounce back. Don't get me wrong, but that's 4 cannon minions. It will take quite a while. Alright, so let's just look at blue team right now. You know, Team KSV, what can they do? Well, Dragon is definitely out of the reach, but they have to find somebody to catch. Kennen is alone right now. They gotta catch it. They know that there's 2 people in mid lane. They definitely know that. They know that they saw Kennen bot. They have to find a way to take care of one person now before they group up, and they've already taken too long because look at that. The entire team of Paradox has grouped up again. And I'm not saying this like as like I'm not trying to insult anyone or anything. It's that they gotta try. Alright, the teams have gone all in right now. You can see Ken at the back. He's taking care of 2 people right now. Vayne is already dominating. Let's look at Vayne's camera right now. She is going in straight away. She gets a second kill. No, the shockwave is gonna miss, but it's not gonna matter anyway because look at that. A quick cleanup, and that is going to be a triple kill for the Vayne as well as a dragon secured. And this is definitely the end of game 1. That is a GG. Now, if we look at the situation, right, the only thing I can say at this point is that I feel like what's the right word? I feel like Team KSV missed opportunities where they could have punished their opponents. There were definitely times when they had the Ash Arrow ready and they could have found someone to pick up and kill, but they never went for it. And just look at the scoreboard, right? Majestic is 20,000 gold. He is twice as rich as almost everyone on KSV right now. And oh my god, just look at the emblems, man. He has like every single emblem right now. Legendary, most kills, most goals, triple kill, highest turret damage, highest champion damage. Oh my goodness, that's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, let's just look at the situation, right? Look at the itemization. These are things that I kind of don't like from Team KSV. Vayne was getting out of control. No one took care of Vayne early game, right? So that is the first, not mistake, but like that's the first thing they gotta solve. If you leave Vayne alone and he starts popping off, right? That's a you problem because Vayne is very weak early game and there's a lot of way to punish it, and we almost saw 0 ganks in the bot lane, so that's kind of a missed opportunity in my opinion. But on the other hand, that's a good job by Team Paradox, right? They managed to prevent a very weak early game Vayne from losing too much, and they managed to eventually scale him up, ramp him up, and give him the easy the goal that he needs to give him the easy win. Alright, I've been talking too much for now, but we'll be back at about 10 minutes give or take. And until then, just remember, this tournament has been brought to you by Macchiato, Cafe. If you want to pay them a visit to thank them for hosting this tournament, please go to Gado. They are next to Digital World. Can go say hi, have a cup of coffee, have a cup of water if you want, just go even buy some tea. But you know what? If you like desserts, they do have some great cakes. But anyway, without further ado, let's just go to take a little, about maybe 5 to 10 minutes break. We'll see you soon. All right, welcome back, everybody. I believe there's a member stop. Now we shall ask the teams if they're ready for their bans. I hope my mic is not muted. Let me double check. Alright, everything looks good so far. We just need a little bit of league music for our ears. Paradox Gaming, you can start. Now, from what we saw last game, right, I'm expecting that KSV might want to ban the Vayne, or at least try and find a better combo. Maybe do, maybe look for a Malphite Yasuo combo. Oh, no, Malphite's taken away. Alright, so Paradox has definitely studied on their opponent. Taken away Malphite once again. And it's gonna be a Lulu ban, interestingly enough. I would say that the Lulu was definitely a little bit annoying. Actually, now that I think of it, Lulu was actually really a significant portion of that fight, wasn't it? Because the Lulu overgrowth, no, the polymorph, right? If you put it onto an ally, it gives them attack speed, gives them movement speed, and you have the ardent sensor. That was Vayne on drugs, pretty much, and that definitely caused a lot of problems. So that's actually smart thinking, taking away the enchanter support right away. This does not mean that it's the end of the world though, because we can do something like maybe a Nami. Nothing wrong with picking something like a Nami. Alright, now let's just look at the pick and ban phase right away. It's going to be Paradox first pick. I'm assuming they're going to first pick Kennen once again. They have really loved that Kennen pick all the way through. Come on, don't pretend, man. It's probably got to be Kennen, right? Okay, no, it's Wukong first. Alright, Wukong is going to be the first thing because Wukong has been opened for the first time in this series. Just a reminder to everyone, this is the best of 3. So this is basically a very important game for Team KSV, who is on our right side of the screen. For right side is that way. Alright, that's going to be the Braum pick. To prevent some skill shots, and that's going to be the Kennen takeaway. So that is definitely a counter pick, not counter pick, but more like a takeaway to stop them from always using Kennen, right? Jarvan Yasuo pick is definitely there. Alright, the Jarvan EQ combo is definitely going to be available right now. I don't think you need to pick your jungler right now. If I was on KSV side, because the enemy has already revealed the jungle, mid, and top. So what you need now is to actually say, what ADCs do we need to take away? But it looks like they're not going to go for that plan. It's going to be the Lovers bot lane, I believe. Alright, almost immediately locked in. Jarvan has been picked as well as Yasuo. Then we have the Lovers bot lane of Rakan and Xayah. And alright, for the last pick of ADC, is that going to be a new ADC? We're going to see Graves ADC. I don't know how well that's going to work in the compared to the normal game, but no, it's going to be a debate, as it looks like it's going to be Corki. Yes, it's going to be a Corki as a last pick. So alright, let me just write this down real quick. A Mumu and a Kali. Now let me just bring up my spreadsheet real quick. I actually have prepared a little spreadsheet for both these teams. KSV actually has never played Corki in this in the tournament so far. Neither have they played Amumu at all in this tournament. So it'll be interesting to see what's gonna happen. The Malphite ban was definitely targeted because KSV had 100% pick rate on the Malphite. So a little bit of adjustments here and there. Some not counter picks, but more like takeaway picks, right? They wanted to say, alright, we are not gonna let you play this champion. We don't want you to play that champion. Alright, this is what's gonna happen. So, with that being said, how are we going to continue this game? Would be a nice, interesting question, wouldn't it? Sorry about that. Alright, so now looking at the team composition right away, we this time Paradox Gaming, they do have a better support system for Yasuo. Not that the Yasuo needed a lot of help to begin with, because as we've seen through the first game already, that Yasuo actually has managed to get quite a bit of knockouts by himself. But now, he has a whole party to support him. Wukong Cyclone with his ultimate. Jarvan EQ swag flat combo, right? We have the Rakan knockup with his W. These three skills, I do not know why I called it W, second skill, right? These three skills are going to enable Yasuo even more than he already is enabled. Wukong's going to come into a little bit late start, but that's not going to matter too much. I'm going to be interested in the top lane to see how the interaction will go around. Alright, now let's just look at the lanes for KSV. KSV have a very teamfight centric composition, so both teams, their goal is to at least get their opponents grouped up together and then initiate a fight. The question is, who's going to get the better initiation, who's going to have the better counter initiation, because it doesn't matter if Wukong comes in and he ults first. If he somehow stays alive, he can use his Cyclone once again to have a second knockup to allow the Yasuo to follow up. And so this is a little bit dangerous territory, I would say, between both teams. I would say that blue team has a stronger engaged potential for now. And then when we look at the team fight potential for KSV, right? KSV has a nice pickup. They like to play pickup styles really often. They have the Braum, who's going to allow them to at least catch one person off at any time. And right here, we're going to see Jarvan. Will he be able to sneak that dragon? He is definitely prepared. They are rotating in already. They do see him though. They have missed the hook onto him right now. And look at that. Wukong is actually going to be alone. It's going to be a 3v3. Both teams are going to call it off. Sorry. Alright, this might be a little bit too dangerous, guys. Let's not do this. Wukong's going to be forced to back off right away. But look at the rotations from Team Paradox right away. They shoved off bot lane. They immediately start doing Scuttle Crab. They have actually going to secure both Scuttle Crabs, which is actually going to deny a lot of EXP from the Amumu right here. Sure, they wasted a little bit of the jungling time invading the jungler, but that is going to be worth it, because look at this. Now, if we turn on Fog of War, it's a pretty bright map. They have the entire river warded. They just know exactly where Amumu is. They saw him right here, so that they know that Amumu is definitely in this area. No one could possibly in this bottom range. So as we turn off Fog of War right now, see, Amumu is exactly at the top area. This is the right way of saying that. This is just information. When you hold it properly, when you use the information they know properly, right? This is what will happen. As we look at bot lane, the Lover's bot is definitely being very strong against Corki and Braum right now. Nothing too much that they can do. But as Corki is going to finally hit level 5, he's going to be able to start poking back at his opponent. Should they have finally back? No, they have not yet. Alright, a little bit of fighting going in. I think it's a bit more than they can chew. Rocket goes in for the knockup. He's forced to flash away right away. He's already pretty low. One more rocket is actually going to send him back to his base. That's not going to be such a good idea. I actually questioned that engagement. Now look at that. Xayah is actually pretty low right now. They could have actually went in for the kill if they really wanted to. Both teams playing a little bit safe. They do not know where the junglers are, so they're like, alright, don't push too far. We don't know where Wukong is, right? If Wukong comes over, that's free kill. We don't know. We don't want to give away a free kill, especially Team KSV right now. They want to win, but they gotta find a way to play safe as well, because the problem that they have right now is they're down one game, right? They want to make sure that they don't make too many mistakes that just throws the game away. They don't want to lose their chance at $60 for the tournament. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of sore throat. Give me 1 second, I'll mute my mic. I've just got to cough it all out. Mic test 1 2. Alright guys, I am back. So as we were talking about it, right, KSV, they are looking to not make too many mistakes. They want to slowly crawl their way. They want to climb their way into the game, and they eventually will find a way to what's the right word, to capitalize on their opponent's mistakes, right? But I think the problem they have right now is they're not doing too good in the last hit department. As we can see here, the towers are, there's no kills advantage anywhere, and there's a 1,000 gold lead, so that's definitely due to the gold running around. Now look, so you can see here a little bit of dragon interaction happening right away. KSV thinking that they could take the dragon, but Wukong's showing up and they immediately pull back. But look at that initiation by Jarvan. Cataclysm comes in right away. It's a disaster, as we're gonna see Kennen coming in with the ultimate already. Lightning Storm actually somehow it goes well for KSV. They're gonna get rid of 3 people right away. As we can see here, oh my goodness, a quarter kill for the Corki. What just happened? That fight looked so good for Team Paradox as well. They had the initiation on against... They had the initiation on. Like, what just happened? Hold on, did I save a replay of this? I would like to see that replay almost right away. Give me one moment, guys. I'm just gonna check real quick, because I'm pretty sure both teams are gonna back off right away, so not too much action. Actually, I take that bet. Sephiroth is gonna get caught right a bit, but he should be safe. Getting a bit slowed down right there, but Mamoon was gonna come in for the safety. He's gonna keep his teammate safe just for now. It's just the replay I am looking for. Showing up, and gotta mute myself. Alright, so I did find our replay. Let's just look back into it real quick. Now this will be a little bit awkward for me, so don't worry, it's a new thing for all of us. But let us just look into this replay real quick here. As you can see here, oh, the fight already ended. Alright, let's just look here real quick. Jarvan got a nice ultimate in already. Cataclysm start right away, and look at that. The initiation by the Braum keeps everyone knocked up, immediately followed by the Maelstrom from Kennen, and that just lives into a 4-man lockdown, and everyone's just immediately destroyed. That was a very well played by the team in general. Alright, as we go back into the game right now, we're gonna miss a little bit of fight, but that's not gonna matter. Jarvan thinking he could actually take care of the enemy team doing Rift Herald, but he's gonna pay for that with his life. Alright guys, I do apologize if we missed that fight, but I think that replay review was a little bit worth it. I'm glad I remembered to actually capture that replay. Alright, let's go back into the game right away. First turret finally going to go down for KSV. KSV at least showing some fighting spirit back into the game. It is not completely gone for them yet. Let me find something to focus. Alright, so I can talk a little bit more. That was very good by Team KSV, honestly. I believe that Kennen pick was very crucial in that team fight, managing to just get 4 people out. But honestly, after seeing that replay, I would say the MVP was Braum. Braum got a 4-man knockup with his ultimate, because Jarvan was like, alright guys, I got 3. Boom, let's go. And then the Braum came in, it's like, no you don't, and he just uses his ultimate immediately. What is his ultimate called? Is it like yeah, Glacial Fissure? The Glacial Fissure comes in right away, brings everyone knocked up, and then immediately slicing Maelstrom from the Kennen. He rings down Thunder as everyone is knocked up. They get 2 stacks right away. He goes in with the charge, gets a 2nd stack, and immediately uses his 2nd skill, puts the 3rd stack on. Everyone is stunned. Corki, that's like free real estate for both Corki and Akali, right? Alright, let's hold on for a bit, as we're gonna see maybe bot lane fiasco right now. It's gonna be 3 people. They're thinking about it. Rakan going a little bit offensive. He's immediately going back. 5 people thinking about it. Taradai, the flash comes in, the stun comes in right onto Rakan, and oh my goodness, he's gonna get caught at the end right there. Xayah, just a little bit unfortunate, coming back down towards the end, stun under the tower. That's gonna be 1 more kill, 2 more kills for Team KSV in general. Now Paradox, what is happening to you? You are just losing control of this 2nd game really quick. Red team lost a turret. Not to say I'm biased though, I am very glad that this is a back and forth game. It is not too one-sided. You know, the first thing when I was arranging this tournament, I was really worried, saying, what if the games were so one-sided? What if there was only 2 good teams in Brunei, and then everyone else, I don't want to say it's trash, but you know, everyone else is not as strong, shall we say. And this causes a little bit of imbalance, right? You get one-sided games and it's boring. You know, I'm really happy that all of our games so far have not been extremely one-sided. It's been back and forth. There's a little bit of fight in both teams, and that's good. That brings us to some entertaining games throughout the whole tournament, actually, which I honestly really appreciate. Now, as we look back into the game, and it's now it's a little bit interesting now that I think about it. Okay, here's the fun thing. So, Team KSV, they are definitely ahead in kills. Team fights have gone all their way. Great for them. One problem. It's 10 minutes into the game. They have 7 kill advantage. 7 kills and 7 kills and no tower advantage. Only 3,000 gold advantage. Doesn't sound like a lot. Here's where I'm a little bit worried. 2,000 gold advantage so far is mostly on the Corki, thanks to that quarter kill, which is great. He is going for the Muramana Charity Force build, which means that he should have decent amount of damage. So as long as his teammates can pile up the CC for him, he is going to be fine. Now, the only thing I'm a little bit worried right now, in all honesty, is that despite having an 7 kill lead, they're failing to find a way to push, to punish, to capitalize on the snare right now, because they're definitely ahead, but they have no way to push forward. There's no way to push through. Right now we can see Baron is live. That's an objective that all the teams could think about. How sorry, how do you plan around this, right? I think right now, since both teams actually are not opting for teleport, let me double check these items. Akali, let me see what your boosts you have. Yeah, Ninja Tabbies, right? So if you look at the situation right now, there's no teleport taken by anyone. And Wukong coming in for an instant flash, going onto KSV Goosebumps right away. Goosebumps barely making out with his HP, but going to die with that ignite right away. I focus on the wrong person. Slicing Maelstrom is immediately going to take out another person. Braum is going to somehow stay alive, and Ackerman is going to be at the back end. He is going to die for his support. Not sure if that was worth it, but that was definitely a good catch from the Wukong. And Corki, who was not there at that time, could not deal extra damage to the rest of the enemies, and that's going to be a little bit unfortunate, because I was just talking about how great KSV were doing, but you know what, it's all about being out of position. But look at that, everyone from Paradox is so low. They have pinged, they have abandoned the Baron, they've taken a little bit too much damage. And look at that, if Corgi actually decided to make a hero play, he definitely could have gotten 3 people right away. So that was good defensive play by the Corgi. That's going to keep their game hopes alive for now. It is now 13 minutes into the game. The gold lead has shrunk down from 3,000 back to 1,000, right? So that's why it's not KSV's game to win yet, right? They have the advantage, but they still have to work hard for it. It is not a guaranteed win. As we can see here, Akali getting a little bit caught. Goosebumps trying to think about it, but going in for the offensive. Golden the Wukong right now, and that is going to be useful, as one spell done is probably going to help them maybe deal a little bit more damage towards the next team fight. As Dragon is spawning right now, look at that, Corki is just not caring about Wukong, and he's going to get rid of the turret, but the team looks like they're trying to converge on him, but that is not going to happen. And right now it looks like it's going to be a uncontested Dragon, as Paradox is slowly coming over, hovering, looking at the Dragon right now, but they are a little bit too late. Slicing Maelstrom is going to come in quite soon. Hannah has been started, the team fight started already. Glacial Fisher coming up, knocking up 2 people. It's going to be a lot of people low on Paradox's side. The engagement has worked for KSV, and they're going to chase the last person alive, and it's going to be a very swift ace, just like that. We have an unstoppable Corki right away. They are going to go for the textbook play and immediately go for Baron. So now, while as we do that, let's try and see if I can pull up one more replay. Let's see how janky this is gonna be. Alright, so let's go back to our replay. We can see here they immediately started, right? And they comes in with the ultimate coming in. We got one good knockup right away, and look at that, just a lot of chaos. We can see that Yasuo has gotten a nice ultimate at the front end. Cannon has everyone stunned, and look at that, the arrows coming in, taking out maybe one person they were hoping, but the Braum is just there using his body as a shield. He is soaking up so much skill shots, and his shield is over there as well. Not to mention that the cannons slicing Maelstrom is still there, and Corki and Akali are having a field day. They're just getting all the AoE damage that they want for free. And look at that, everyone just pops out immediately, and everyone is immediately dead. Alright, now as we go back to the main game, we didn't miss too much action, don't worry about it. I was listening for some action. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. That's just like, I mean, well played by KSV. Honestly, if I look at the item builds right now, the only thing I wish Kennen had would maybe be Protobelt to have a stronger initiation. But you know, it's the offensive versus the defensive option, right? Because when you look at the side of Paradox Gaming, oh, that was a flash. What happened right there? Alright, they're going to initiate right onto Jarvan. Jarvan's going to be caught under turret. And it's an extra turret. He should not have been defending that alone. That is not a good plan to have, my friend. Alright, KSV knocking on death's door. They do want to close up this game, turn the game into a 1-1, and make quick use of it. Super minions have now spawned for the middle lane turret. They are going to try their best to protect this minion, but I don't think it's going to work. That minion is eventually going to die. That is okay. Now do the textbook play, right? Push top, split push bot lane. And that's all you need to close out the game. So if I am KSV right now, we want to break top lane. That's a must. Right away, once it's broken, back off. You have no reason to stay anymore. Like, absolutely no reason to stay. Don't even try and force a fight. Just play clean, play it safe, right? Don't give a chance to Paradox Gaming. Don't let them get the extra kills that they need right now. Any kill, any shutdown goal that goes to the main carries from Paradox is going to spell disaster for KSV. All they need to do is be calm, play textbook League of Legends, push bot lane, back off, recuperate a bit. You are allowed to back. You don't have to keep this pressure up. You can. You don't have to, right? They have decided to go all in, though. Look at that. The curse of the sad mummy right now, straight into slicing maelstrom. Catches 3 people already. 2 people has fallen right now. And look at that. Cannon and, oh my goodness, Akali, Corki, just sending their skill shots all the way in. I am at a loss for words. I got tongue-tied. I got stuck. That Corki now has a quarter kill going in legendary just right away. And that is going to be 1-1 immediately for KSV. Bringing it back just by a little bit. Man, that is crazy. Man, oh man, me oh my. Was I expecting this? No, not at all. I'm glad to have witnessed this though. I'm very, very glad, because you know, it shows that, you know, not ever, just because the ranks look like it doesn't match, it doesn't matter, because KSV definitely showed that they can play this game as well. Now, that being said, it is unfortunate for Paradox by a little bit, because if anyone noticed, Paradox actually had a substitution. Honey is playing instead of their user support. But that's fine. Maybe next game they're going to swap the support back. Who knows? But that Corki was definitely MVP. I wonder if Paradox is going to let go of... I wonder if Paradox is going to let go of the Malphite ban and ban Corki, because that Corki definitely caused a lot of problems. If anything, maybe we might see a Kennen ban later on, right? We don't know. Either way, that is going to be a 1-1 right away. That is a very explosive 1-1, if anything. All right, with our nice scoreboard over here. Just remember, just a reminder to everybody, right? Tournament sponsored by Macchiato Cafe. Go say hi to them. Give their Facebook a like. No, actually, they don't have Facebook, do they? Give their Instagram page a follow, right? In macchiatocafe.pn. We've probably tagged them a lot of times. Just go to our social media, like us, and then like them, right? Make sure you give us likes too. We have YouTube. If you want to watch this on 1080p, 60 frames per second, super high definition, go to Facebook. Go to YouTube. If you want to watch it in 720p so that you can comment, or you want to save some quota, it's okay. Stay on Facebook. But remember, follow all our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, so that you can keep up to date when our next tournament may be. Hopefully, we can host some other tournaments as well. It doesn't have to always be Wild Rift, but for now, we'll stick with what we know, and we'll see you in 10 minutes. All right, welcome back, everybody. Whew. It's been one heck of a day, is what I like to say. But, we have more games. It's only game 2. We're going towards game 3 today. As you can see, I am a little bit tired. Let me just wipe my eye a little bit. Let's look a bit fancy for stream. All right, jokes aside, I think both teams are going to start using their substitutes. It's a totally legal thing to have substitutes in this game. I have allowed both teams to have 2 substitutes per team. Total of 7 players in their roster. I believe after that loss, Paradox is definitely not going to be taking that loss lightly, and they say, all right guys, we definitely want to win. Right? Now, where does that bring us? Honey is back, so I believe, okay, Honey is still playing. So maybe no substitutions, could be wrong. Now, let's see what is going to happen over here. So far, I believe everyone looks the same to me. I could be wrong, my memory is crap. But let's look at the pick and ban phase real quick, because we're going to have one more swap side again. KSV this time definitely has the advantage. And for Paradox, right, where does that bring us? Do we want to take away the Malphite? Let's look at bans. I think Lulu is definitely going to stay banned. Oopsies. Paradox, are you ready? That's definitely a Lulu ban, and I think followed up would most likely be either a Kennen ban, or they will still do a Malphite ban, and hopefully they are going to find a way to balance things out, I would say. Oopsies, what is this? Now, let's just see. Ooh, it's going to be Quirky ban. Alright, somewhat within expectations. The Quirky ban has definitely caused a little bit of problems, I would say. Well, a little bit's an understatement, isn't it? The Quirky ban has definitely happened. Alright, the book has been completed. For now. Now, let's look at where we're going to go with this pick and ban phase. So, with the Quirky ban, the first thing I expect that KSV is going to do is KSV definitely are planning to first pick Kennen. That would be the most obvious choice to me. Whether they do that or not, it's a whole different story. But okay, I'm right. They made me look dumb for a bit, but Kennen was the most obvious pick because it's the most influential pick. So I think with this, Paradox would probably look towards maybe a Mumu pick. A Mumu pick and maybe something else for top lane. I think Malphite was open, so they might pick Malphite actually. Oh, yeah, they did. Now, if I'm on the left side, right, what do I want to pick? You either want to take away the Yasuo right now, because Yasuo is definitely going to be picked next. Braum has been taken away. They're going to go for the Vi pick, I believe. Okay, so it's going to be a bit team fight heavy as usual, but I'm expecting a Yasuo lock-in right away. There is almost no reason to not lock in that Yasuo right now, unless they're planning something else. Ball delivery system might still be in play here. Then again, Yasuo didn't do them too well last game. Maybe they're going to shy away from that. But I feel like, alright, they're going to be playing a bit safe. It's going to be the Orianna pick. Orianna, good all-rounder for League of Legends. People always refer to Orianna as probably the perfect mid laner, right? Has just enough offensive skills, enough defensive skills, and a good zoning tool. But this does mean that it's going to give away the counter pick, and that is going to be the Ezreal as well as probably an Akali lock in Ezreal as well as Vi. So that's going to be what's going to be our last pick, Katarina, and I think we are going to look at the Lovers bot lane duo. I feel like this would be the most natural pick for the Lovers bot lane duo. If not, then maybe we would see a Vayne pick. But I don't think a Vayne pick works as strong as it did, because that was a very specific funnel strategy that they had. So they will most likely go towards maybe Kai'Sa or... oh, it is a Kai'Sa. Alright, I will take that guess any day of the week. See guys, if you do your homework, you could be like me. Do a little bit of homework and you know what teams you're gonna expect. Alright, with that, officially, this book is not needed for this game. Actually, I still need it for the next set. But anyway, this book is officially not needed for this game anymore. Alright, now let's just talk about team comps and team fight composition, right? The Wombo combo on the side of KSV still going on strong, right? They have the Kennen and Braum, the duo that won them the last game. That combo was still going on strong. Braum opening up, followed by Kennen. If anything, I would say their initiation might be a little bit stronger, because Katarina loves chaotic fights like these. With something like a Katarina, right? Kennen and Braum, when they both use their ultimates, you can follow that up right away with Katarina. You can follow that right away with the Katarina, right? And it looks like we're gonna go live already, so let's just swap to this screen. Now with the Katarina, it's gonna do some cleanup on the back end of things as well, and then we are gonna lead that off with Vi, who is ready to pick off any one specific person. So probably disable the Rakan or disable Kai'Sa. Basically the three choices: basically disable Rakan to prevent initiation, at least for the first few seconds, to prevent Majestic on the Kai'Sa, or to prevent Orianna from at least using the Shockwave immediately, right? These are the three distractions that you need to make. Whereas on the side of Paradox, right? Paradox are thinking about the last game. The last game looked pretty bad for them. They definitely want to at least salvage the situation. They do not want to lose out like this, right? This is not something... I feel like that's not something they prepare. I don't want to say they didn't prepare for it, but that's not the way they want to go out, right? Not by such a mistake like that, I would say. But look at this, mid lane already, the trade going a little bit aggressive. Now as you can see here, Paradox Gaming looked like they pushed a little bit back in the early game for down. And I would say that is to be expected, because if you look at the way the team dynamic works, we have Braum Ezreal, very, very powerful level 2 bot lane champion, especially the combo that they have versus a Kai'Sa Rakan. Kai'Sa Rakan got nothing, because Ezreal is allowed to poke freely. If they get if Braum lands one of his Qs, it's gonna give the nice slow, which allows Ezreal to line up immediately. And here comes the engage, and it's not gonna work, because look at that, the SS Flux coming in right away. He's gonna shift away. Sorry, the Arcane Shift going to allow him to escape really quick, and the heals are being burnt already, but Majestic is actually pretty low. So all Braum needs to do right now is just land one Fissure. He lands it, slows Kai'Sa, and that is immediately death. Like no buts, that's just death right there. Alright, and they are gonna move forward a bit to do some bit of warding, but they have been spotted by the enemy ward, so they do know what they are doing at the very least. So far, I believe that Paradox Gaming has had full control of the Scuttle Crab, but it's not gonna work, as Kenra is gonna show up to try and steal it, but it is not going to work. They are going to secure Skull Crab for themselves once again. They have good vision, at least on the bottom side of the map. The top half has been given to the Vi already on KSV. So as we look into this again, bot lane, Ezreal has decided to back. Now it's going to be a little bit dangerous for Majestic. I actually do not like his situation right now. He is in a very, very dangerous predicament, in my opinion, because any offensive skills like that is going to send him in big trouble. Alright, the forced to dash just a little quickly in order to stay alive. It is 3 minutes into the game right now. We are heading to a more quiet start, I would say, compared to the last 2 games. In my opinion, at the very least. And I can't blame the teams, right? You're thinking about it. Alright, we want to win. But in order to win, how do we not mess up? That's what you gotta think right now. At least that's what it would happen. Now, we missed a kill on the top lane. Malphite won against the Kennen. That is a very good sign for the Malphite right away. I'm so sorry for missing that kill. But anyway. Both teams, they gotta forget the last 2 games because they don't count anymore. This is basically, we win this, we go through. It doesn't matter how well you did last game. It doesn't matter how fed that Corki was. All that matters is this game, how you play. Your mistakes don't matter no more. This is the full reset. It's just one game, that's it. If you win, you go through. If you lose, you're out. Well, you fight for 3rd place, right? Dragon has spawned, and look at that. Team Paradox has backed. They have no control of that dragon. They know that dragon has spawned, and they're all heading towards the dragon. You see all members right there. And look at this. KSV were so wondering where everybody was that they didn't dare to initiate. And right now, we have Amumu coming in, being a little bit aggressive, forcing them to back off right away. They secure Skullcrab. They have the movement speed bonus should a team fight happens. Now the question is, KSV, will you go in? Malphite is ready for the flank. He is going to scare them off right away. Braum is coming in with the Glacier Fisher. They're going to steal the dragon, actually, if I believe I'm correct. And now Rakan has gone in, and the punch from Vi is going through. But look at that, the Katarina is going forward. She's trying to chase for the kill at the back. She's already at a double kill right now, but she's not going to finish for that triple kill. That is a 3-4-3 exchange for both sides of the party. Both mid laners alive, both ADCs alive, everyone else melted, destroyed, gone, kaboom. That's it. But as I say that, look at that, Katarina trying to look for one more kill. Not going to happen for now. Majestic against Soul, thinking about killing him, but that is not going to happen once again. Now, someone did mention to me, there are role swaps happening, and you know what? You're right. I did not notice it before, and that's because honestly, I didn't have enough time to pay attention. But there have been role swaps. I believe Solex was an ADC. He swapped to support. Soul has moved on to ADC. Acker, I'm pretty sure Ackerman's been always jungle. Goosebumps has been mid lane all the time. Sephiroth, I think Sephiroth's been at top. Anyway, we do have some role swaps happening. I didn't pay enough attention, not gonna lie. But that's because when they gave me the team roster, right, they never said who and where. I'm just like, alright guys, give me your names. That's all I need. And so it is. Now, trying to be cheeky, setting up what we call the good old death brush, the fanatic death brush, if you will. But that is not going to lead to anything because it is warded. But they're going to go for these rifts, this Rift Herald right now. And that is likely going to go uncontested as Ezreal is going to look for the free bot lane tower right now. Trying his best, slowly whittle that tower down. He's eventually gonna make it. As we look at the players, teams, and items, it is 6.5 minutes into the game. They are chasing Ezreal down, but he should be able to back in time. Ezreal is gonna back right now, finish the Muramana, and probably buy 1 or 2 more components for his Trinity Force. Just 1 component. All good. Alright, times are hard right now. Coronavirus made everything expensive, alright? But people need to save up more money now. Anyway, Vi is going in for a Trinity Force build as well. 1 item away from completion. We have some shenanigans going on in bot lane, and they are going to abandon that tower, so it's going to be a 1-for-1 so far. Now let's look at the items properly again. Kaisa has finished 1 item. Ezreal also finished 1 item. He's actually 1.5 items in, so I would say that Ezreal is a bit behind in gold, but I think Kaisa hasn't backed yet, if I'm not mistaken. Or Yeah, I feel like Kai'Sa hasn't backed yet. Let's just check the item stats. Yeah, see 1,400 gold in inventory. So has not backed yet, has not bought anything. So for now, both ADCs are even until Kai'Sa goes back in terms of items anyway. This junglers both are one full item each. Mumu definitely slightly ahead with the item choice. With the cheaper item choice, we shall say. Malphite going to be very bursty with the AP pick. Going against a full cannon who has the Oblivion Orb ready for with that magic penetration, ready to deal some extra max HP damage on to the Malphite. Now, itemization in this game is significantly different from last game. Last game couldn't talk too much about it, but last game, you know, it was a full five physical from Paradox Gaming, and KSV did the right play. Everyone bought Ninja Tabbies, right? Well, almost everyone. I think 3 people bought Ninja Tabbies. Technically, that's everyone. And that was good because that prevented a lot of damage from Paradox from actually reaching KSV, and that also allowed them for the good win. The Corki with the hybrid damage also causing quite a little bit of problems. So that was a little bit interesting to watch. Whereas this game, I think both teams were well balanced, a bit mix of physical and magic here and there. But I would say that I think Paradox are more magic focused this time. So if Team KSV, they get ready their magic resistances, they should be fine. Now it looks like they are going to give up the dragon and push mid. No, actually I take it back. They are looking to fight mid right away. That is going to be a teleport coming in from the Malphite, trying to secure the dragon for themselves, and it definitely has gotten through. So let us just recap what's been happening the last few minutes, right? The last dragon fight was stolen actually by the cannon. KSV, sorry. Sorry about that, excuse me. Paradox Gaming, right? They were starting the dragon. They actually had a good control of it, but the initiation, the forced team fight by KSV, forced them out of the dragon pit, and Cannon had enough damage to get rid of the dragon almost immediately right after that. Stolen right under their nose, which was pretty impressive in itself. So now both teams are at 1 dragon each. And now we look as probably a mid-lane skirmish may or may not happen. Looks like both teams have decided this skirmish may not be worth it. Now let's look at the game status. Almost 10 minutes of the game, 4,000 gold lead for Paradox Gaming. But is it really their lead? That's the question, because both teams right now, they do want this win. KSV, after having that taste of victory last game, they know they can win if they try hard enough. If they do the correct moves, they play correctly. Both teams have got to look into their they both have to look into their win conditions, right? Now, what does KSV need to win? Actually, before that, we're going to have a team fight. Slicing Maelstrom burn right away already. Cannon's going to be the first. No, Cannon somehow makes it out alive. Kai'Sa is going to get fallen right away. There's going to be 5 people chasing on to the Cannon. Cannon is going to slowly run away, but that's not going to be enough. He's going to get caught right there, and that is KSV's win condition. They need to catch somebody off guard, and that is going to be almost immediately translated to a Baron. Is this a good Baron call? I would say definitely yes it is. Even though Malphite is there, as long as they do not stack too close together for the Shockwave, they definitely have a chance as they are walking away right now. Shockwave coming, Malphite, Unstoppable Force coming in. They're going to get 1 person down, but the rest of the team is going to fall right away. They're thinking about stealing it, but the smite is available, ready to steal it. Now, oh my goodness, look at that Vi HP. Vi, let me click on you. I'm very interested. You are with 128 HP, barely managing to stay alive. I feel like if Orianna was a little bit more ballsy and said, you know what, screw it, I know their HPs. I walk in, Q, command attack, it's not shockwave anymore. What's W? Dissonance. Attack, dissonance, bam. That's probably going to bring 2 more people down right away. If they coordinated their attack a little bit more, at least spend a little bit of time getting the Orianna ball, use command protect onto the Malphite before he uses Unstoppable Force to go in, that probably would have dealt in a more severe blow to KSV. But right now, the game is slowly slipping away from Paradox's hand. They may still have the goal advantage, but they now have to deal with a Baron up KSV. That being said, right, I'm pretty happy for KSV right now because KSV is playing the correct way that they should be playing. They're looking for skirmishes where they have numbers advantage, and they immediately fight it right away. Now Malphite is split pushing top lane. I believe they do have vision of the Malphite, so this is actually the perfect opportunity. He may have teleport right now, but that is not going to matter too much because if you can catch them out, if you can get a team fight and kill 1 or 2 people before Malphite can teleport in, that is going to be the game in your favor. Because the heavy initiators from Team Paradox, without the Malphite ultimate, without the Amumu Curse of the Sad Mummy, right? These are 2 things that they need to win a team fight. Without them, they cannot win at all. As we see here, it's going to be a team fight right away. Malphite is actually going to miss his ult right now, and Curse of the Sad Mummy is going to catch 2 people right now from KSB, getting pretty low, but it's not going to matter because Katarina is at the backline. She is cleaning up Team Paradox. Paradox is gonna force to run away, trying their best. Amumu is trying to look for the last minute kill he can. He at least gets double kill in retribution. Orianna, the last teammate alive. 1v2 situation. Things are not looking good for Paradox right now. Paradox all so forgiven. They had the strength of the early game, but that one accidental pick, that one mistake that was in the jungle caused them to lose the team fight, lose the Baron, and now it has gone south. KSV, it is now the ball is in your court, right? The game is in your hands now. It's your game to win. If you find your win condition, you catch them, you force the fights, and you don't allow them to initiate on you. You have to play first. It's like a game of chess. You got to move the pawn first. If you don't start the move, you won't win. That's why for KSV right now, they have the advantage. They need to not let it slip. The advantage is very small, but it is big enough for them to win. Both teams very even. Look at the game status. 14 and a half minutes into the game. 11-8 in kills. Only a 2,000 gold difference, which is actually a very small gold difference. Both teams are going to be very careful into this next fight. They want to win, but they can't afford a mistake. If I am Paradox, what am I thinking? Alright, we need to catch somebody. We need to catch Katarina. We need to not get caught. Not like this. This is going to spell disaster. If Amumu dies right here, it's game over. Amumu forced to use Curse of Side Mummy. He's going to be taken down right away. Coming in, Malphite is actually going to come in with the Unstoppable Force. Going to kick 2 or 3 people down. Orianna, Shockwave, that combos right away. Katarina at the back line, trying to salvage the situation. Going to get 1 person down. Orianna goes golden. Malphite is going to be chased right away. It's going to be 2 versus 2 right now. 3 versus 2. 3 versus 1. Katarina trying to clean up. She goes golden, trying to get the kill onto Amumu, but it is not going to work. That was the fight that Paradox needed to stay alive, but they have to back right away as super minions are coming in to their base right now. They do not have the time for Baron. Majestic barely staying alive long enough to be able to chase their opponents. Let's look at the game status. Let's look at the gold. Now if we look on the side of blue side, we look at KSV, Ezreal. Guardian Angel is now completed. They are going for it. Look at that. Everyone's respawned. They're going straight for the Baron. Paradox is not ready for this. Amumu is still doing his jungle. They might just give away a free Baron. Okay, never mind. I panicked for no reason. Anyway, let's talk proper, right? Look at the item builds. Katarina coming into last item. Ezreal coming into last item. The 2 main carries. 1 item left before it is complete. Kennen is he's trying to finish his 3rd item. He's a little bit behind, but that's okay. He has enough damage to deal. He has all the magic penetration. And you look on the side of Paradox. Nobody has bought resistance. They are taking pure damage right now from the magic of Kennen and Katarina. So which means that they're playing, alright, we don't care how much damage you deal, we'll kill you first. At least that's the plan. No one on the side or Paradox has any resistances. At least KSV, they are building an adaptation, right? They're building magic damage because Majestic is hybrid magic. Pangood on the Oriana is magic. Amumu is magic, Malphite is magic, Rakan is magic, right? They just need to get a little bit of magic just to reduce the damage by that 1%. The 1% is all that matters. Right now, Paradox is trying to finish the dragon, but is it worth it? Because right now, we could send somebody to the back door and the game would be over. They stole the dragon right now, and it's going to be a teamfight chaos right now, and it's going to be Katarina cleaning up almost everybody right away. 2 people, 3 people dead. She's going to get a triple, and will she get the quarter kill? They are probably going to leave it behind for her, but no, KSV Soul is just going to take the game, and just like that, Paradox Gaming, you had it, but you blew it. And right now, KSV, they are going to go into the finals tomorrow for their chance at the $60 first prize pool. GG. Very, very well played by Team KSV. Honestly, mad respects to them. I'm not saying that I didn't expect to win, but I'm actually amazed at the way they managed to capitalize on their win. That is something that I would say should not be laughed at, right? They definitely worked hard for it, and they do deserve that win. Now, this does not mean it's the end of Paradox Esports journey. They still have one more game to play tomorrow. They still have one more game to play tomorrow. They will be playing for the 3rd place match against whoever is going to lose the next set. Soltan Edola versus Dream Esports. Now, let's just look at the state of this game, man. Kennen, MVP. Honestly, the MVP was that Katarina pick. The Katarina did a lot of work, cleaning up all the time. But the way that they played, they set it up so that Kennen and Braum was a good combination to go in. I feel like for Paradox, the one thing unfortunate is they couldn't find the initiation they wanted. There's a lot of things they could have just there's a lot of things they could have done. They could have forced a few fights, in my opinion, but they were waiting for the perfect timing a little bit too long, and that hesitation, the waiting for that moment. Like, if you don't act on it, you'll never get it. And they just waited. It was like, nah, not yet. And the question is when, because KSV, we're not waiting for them. KSV say, you gotta wait for perfect team fight, we'll not give it to you. Bam, we got it. And they deserve their final placing. Alright, so that's gonna be, hold on, let me see if I updated my bracket over here. There we go. That's gonna be KSV winning on. I forgot to put them into the final names. That's okay, I'll fix that in a bit. But that is gonna be KSV moving on to the finals, and Paradox Esports will be fighting for the 3rd place match tomorrow. Now, coming up next, we'll have Soltan Edola versus Dream Esports. I'm not sure what to expect, but I hope it's going to be a series as fun as this. Now, with that being said, I do need a water break. Remember, guys, stay hydrated. Please drink your water. And everything else. Remember it, guys. Game healthier, right? Drink your water. Take a toilet break if you need to, because we're going to go for another break right now. Just remember, we are sponsored by the nice Macchiato Cafe right there. Please head over, support them, support us, right? If everyone watching right now goes to Macchiato Cafe, buys a coffee, buys some cake, and increase their sales, they you know, if you give them more profits, they will give us more tournament money. That's a good deal for both of us. Alright, so anyway, with that being said, let's just go to a commercial break, and we shall see you in about 10 minutes. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hello to YouTube, to Facebook, and everywhere else. Now, here's a reminder: if you haven't already, remember to give our Facebook page a like, and then remember to subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. Now, if you want to watch a nice 1080p, 60 FPS recording of this video, then you can go over to our YouTube. Links in the description below. If you would like to stay on Facebook, no one's stopping you. Just remember, like all social media, right? And promote it to all your friends. Hopefully we can run more tournaments in the future. Now, I was gonna just update you real quick. I believe the teams are getting ready right now. We are doing a coin toss. We do side selection. As that happens, we are just going to go to the bracket real quick. I have finally remembered to update this bracket. As we can see right here, that KSV has indeed advanced to the finals with a nice 2-1 victory. And we are going to have Paradox Esports, who will be playing their bronze match tomorrow first, before we will be followed by the grand finals. Just so that everybody remembers, grand finals is the grand finals will be the, what do we call this? Grand finals will be best of 5. Sorry, I lost all train of thought, man. It's just downhill from here. Like, stay hydrated, guys. Stay hydrated. I am running out of water, I'm running out of breath, I'm running out of voice, but that is okay. You know what? As long as our players here give us good games, who am I to complain? Am I right, everybody, right? There's no reason to complain too much about the game, honestly. The games have been quite entertaining, and I am not gonna complain about that. That's better than the worst case scenario of having just an absolute stomp of games. So big thank you, honestly, to the team so far for giving all of us a nice competitive play so far. Now, as the teams are going to gather up real quick, let me just find the correct screen to bring us to. All right, so as we're gonna go here real quick, the teams are just getting ready. And Days is, as always, he's just looking for my attention. Typical Days. Now, gotta get the pen ready. Now, on our left side, we do have Dream Esports. And our right side, we have Team Soltan Edola. I'm pretty sure it's a wordplay on Sultan Idol or something, right? But anyway, let's not go too far from this. All right, ban phase has started already. Darius immediately being banned. I don't even have to start. They are eager to fight, and I believe Dream Esports banning Darius right away. Edola might. They've done their homework, I would say. They've definitely done their homework. Now we're gonna see a Seraphine ban. And with that, both teams are going to be ready for the first match of the day. Now, as we're going to pick and bang phase, I do not know what to expect. I do not know if teams are going to play something new. But from what we've seen right here, Dream Esports actually have been playing a bunch of different picks. They have not picked the same champion every single time, so we might see a little bit of variance. So we're gonna have a Braum first pick. That is the first time they're ever gonna be picking Braum, and look at that, the picks just insta-lock. They have done their homework. They know what they want. Ari has been very crucial for the wins, if my memory is correct. And look at this, the teams are just picking right away. They don't need no discussion time. They're like, all right guys, game 1, we pick this, we pick this, we pick this. All right, Lee Sin has been picked for Dream Esports. Now, are they gonna try and do a Lee Sin Orianna? Yeah, very, very classical for them. Lee Sin Orianna has been picked. Now on the side, we are gonna see Bimo with the Malphite. Now I got the right teams, right? Edola's on the right. Yes, Malphite, and then we're gonna see Dr. Mundo. I think almost always. But I believe that's Malphite top, right? Or is that Malphite mid? If that's Malphite mid, then we are gonna see the Mundo on top lane again. So that is definitely a 75% pick rate of Dr. Mundo out of 4 games, or 3 out of 4 games they've picked Dr. Mundo so far. And there is going to be once again a Malphite in the mid lane for them. Now rounding it up, we're going to see once again the very, very strong, powerful Kennen in the... No, that's not Kennen. They just baited me. Alright, we're going to see Fiora and a Kai'Sa. I was here kind of excited. It's like, oh, maybe they're going to actually pick Kennen, you know? Like, it would be kind of interesting. It'll be kind of interesting to see, because can you imagine if they went Kennen ADC? That would be like, whew, that would be some spicy stuff we could see right there. But it's alright, because I think they're going to round it off with Vi as their jungler. Alright, all champions have been picked. I believe these are a new set of picks for everyone. Let me just check. Malphite, Ahri, Vayne. Okay, it's not too new. That's not too new. The only new pick I believe is the Vi pick for Soltan Edola. That's a-okay. Alright, let's have this ready on right away. So what are we expecting from both these teams? Honestly, I have no idea. Now, this will be a fun game indeed, because I think Daze is actually playing for the first time this tournament. He's been seeking some attention, so I'll give him some. Daze is finally going to be playing his first game. Let's hopefully see something interesting. If not, we can always go watch him. We can spam him later saying, "Hey, Daze, stop feeding." You know. All right, let's not bully him too much. Now, what I like about the picks right now, so the Braum Kai'Sa setup is almost perfect, right? You get the Braum setup. You get one Fisher going on the slow, and the moment you get the stun in, that is going to immediately translate into a stun with 4 auto attacks for the Kai'Sa, and then that's going to allow Kai'Sa to stack even more. That is going to allow for a quick trigger of her passive, allowing her to chunk quite a lot of damage. So Zoe, it's going to have to watch out a little bit. Zoe and Bimo on the bot lane together. Support Malphite is definitely a thing. They've played it quite a bit. It's not to say it won't gonna work, but look at that, the immediate level 1 engage on the level 1 invade, honestly, straight onto the jungle. They're thinking about defending it. It's a 3-on-3 situation right now. Cleavers are landing, but it's not doing too much right now. We see here Hajatujo is getting stunned. He does not get the buff at all, and he's gonna die to first blood right away. A lot of mess happening already for both teams. Flashes being burned right now. They're chasing away, but you know what? Pings are coming in saying, guys, no more. We got the kill. Let's get out. We got the kill. We got what we wanted right now. Look at that. They have opted for the lane swap strategy that they've done every single time. Jaeger versus Zoe. It's gonna be a little bit tough for the Fiora, not gonna lie, because Fiora get melee against range. It's never gonna be good news for you, right? Zoe has absolute control of the lane right now. Why did your camera go away? Screw you. Now, we're gonna miss a tower dive onto the top lane apparently, and looks like an execution, so that is gonna be a kill that is way worth it. They Dream Esports once again has opted for the lane swap. Gonna curse their Fiora a little bit, give their Fiora a little bit of a hard time, but look at this, they are gonna easily take the first quarter of the first third of the tower plating eventually. Nothing wrong about that. Alright, it's only 90 seconds in the game, already 2 kills happening. A very, very quick game indeed. Dream Esports definitely have been planning a lot of their level 1 shenanigans, and look at that, the bot lane has already backed and they're preparing for something. They do see Hajarudra, and they actually see him backing. Let me turn it on. They see him backing. They are gonna wait for him to back all the way, and he has backed already, and they have shown themselves in. That would have been a nice translation into a fight, but they have decided not to, as Fiora actually has already went back. Mundo's at the back there. I think we're all lagging a little bit, because even we can see on the mini-map, I can see a little bit of lag, but that is just how the game works. Riot, please fix your servers is what we can say, honestly speaking. Now mid lane, Ahri taking a little bit of poke from DE Bob right there. How did we miss another kill yet again? Oh my goodness. Oh, they have reached level 5 already. Daze is just gonna punish Bimo right away, using the ultimate to rush in The assault is allowing him to come to the back lines. That's going to be a very quick, swift double kill for Days on that Kaisa. Alright, let's just look back into the top lane. Look at the level disadvantage right now. Fiora has level advantage after they got rid of the Dr. Mundo, the first kill that they gave to him. They immediately swapped lanes. That was their cue saying, alright, Mundo is now down a level, guys. He's dead. If you come top, we can do it. And that's what they did. And look at this. They push bot, they back immediately. They're going for another lane swap. This is going to give Soltan Edola a big headache, because look at the map right now. It's going to be a 4-man gank onto the top lane. They see the brawl. Fiora has initiated. The flash is going to come in, but it's not going to matter. Dragon's Rage is going to send him back into his tower range. It's going to be a very, very easy first tower for Dream Esports. And it's only 3.5 minutes of the game. Look at this. They're trying to push the tower as fast as they can as a counter attack, but it's not going to work. At the best, they are probably going to get about half the HP of the tower down, maybe a good 2/3, but Braum is here for the defense, so they are forced to retreat right now. That is the cue saying, alright guys, we had more than enough. But look at that, Fiora is coming in for the flank. They are setting up for Dragon, as Dragon has officially spawned, and it is a perfect rotation by Dream Esports to secure the Dragon. But look at that, our Vi has gotten charmed right now, being assaulted by the Spirit Rush from Ahri, and Vi is coming in with the charge, and at backline, Kalak over there on the Ahri trying to look for the kill, but it's not going to happen. Going to get killed by the Braum instead. Bimo on that Malphite going to fall immediately right away. Zoe is being chased right now by 3 members from Dream Esports. He is not going to make it out alive, and that's going to be a Kaisa on a rampage. Dream Esports showing no mercy in game 1, straight away showing, alright guys, you want the win, you gotta work for it, because we are not gonna give you a single chance. And right, just like that, only 5 minutes into the game, they are 8-0. They stole the blue buff, they took the dragon. The game is in their hands right now. They have kickstarted the game, and Bimo, oh no, he face checks into the brush. That is just so dirty. He face checks into the brush. He gets killed right away. Right now, Hadra Rudro thinking about doing something right now. But look at that. The collapse back from Dream Esports coming back in already. It's going to be, I would say, a little bit of a style point play from Dream Esports. They knew they could get away with it. I do not know how that this ward was right here. It should have given the information that the whole team was there. You know, you shouldn't walk into a brush like that. But oh well, oh well. Now, lost the turret that they did, and 3 people defending bot lane right now. I don't know if it's a good idea to have so many people stacking onto bot lane, as you know, once they get the turret down, they have no reason to stay anymore unless you're looking for style points. You should look into pushing top lane. You should look into securing a different objective. Now you have 3 people gather at bot lane. It seems kind of redundant. They might be playing it safe, because Dream Esports, they're popping out of nowhere. Alright, 6 minutes in the game. It's a 10-0 game so far. This is a beautiful, clean game from Dream Esports. They might have made a little bit of erroneous decision right here, but look at that. Jaeger thinking about solo killing Zoe, but he misses 1 vital, and he might actually pay for that with his life. He is gonna barely make it out alive. The repose keeping alive, but I think there's another chase onto Ahri right now. Ahri has been taken solo. They tried to use the redemption to snipe him, but that is not gonna work. Decent in coming all the way. The unstoppable force coming in from Malphite, but it's not gonna do too much. He's gonna take more than he can chew actually, and he's gonna die right away. 2-3 kills already immediately given back to Dream Esports. No, sorry, that was 2 kills, and things are not looking good. Dream Esports knocking on to the mid lane saying, alright guys, what do you got to defend against us, because we are pushing through. Rift Herald is gonna get that money's worth. He has taken down 1/3 of the HP of the tier 3 tower. Backdoor protection is back on, so they cannot push too much. But look at this, Fiora has been split pushing the bot lane the whole time, and now they have only 1 minion. It's not going to translate to too much, but another wave's coming in. Do not worry guys. Soltan, Edola, they are at a loss. The game is just slowly slipping out of their hands. The macro play, the rotations coming in from Dream Esports is just a little bit more than they can handle. And look at that, Dream Esports is now opting to, I believe, back. I hope eventually back. 7.5 minutes into the game. 12-0. Very, very clean. 12-0 as well as a 14,000 gold lead. Now, I haven't looked at the items in a while. It's been a while since we had this menu open. Let's check it out. Kaisa, 8,000, about 8,000 gold against the ADC. 4,500. He is one whole item up against his opponent. Let's look at Braum. Braum against Malphite. Frozen Fist versus 1.5 versus 2 completed items. Kaisa actually has Suck Locket of the Iron Solari finish. And then Braum has the Redemption ready. 2 items completed. Kindle Gem being completed. Transitioning to a 3rd item. Oriana against Ari. 1,000 gold lead. I feel like the mid lane difference isn't too big. But Kalok has spotted an enemy. But it's not going to transfer that into anything just yet. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I need a breather because right away there's going to be another team fight. Unstoppable Bimo right there is going to be a sacrifice for his team almost right away. The rest of the team is trying to run behind their backs, but it's not going to work out as the Braum and Ultimate is going to go in. That's the first set. That's the second set from Dream Esports, overstepping their boundaries, getting stopped by the charm from Ari, keeping them barely alive. That is the first mistake that Dream Esports has made this game. 2 teammates dead. That's going to ruin the clean KDA scores that they were supposed to have. But oh well, mistakes happen. What can we say about it? As right now, Dream Esports, they want to serve as a distraction because they're trying to secure the dragon, which they just did. That was, I would say, good distraction skills by Dream Esports to distract their opponent long enough to secure dragon. Definitely planned. But boy oh boy, Soltan Edola, you have a mountain to climb. You have a large mountain to climb right now. But it doesn't mean it's game over. They've crawled their disadvantage back just a little bit from 14k down. Now they're just 12k down. It's still doable. They just need to find a few more mistakes like that and maybe they can get the game back in their place. The problem right now is that they're actually losing in the vision score because if we turn Fog of War on, look at that. The map is so pitch black. I might as well be playing Phasmophobia. And look at this. The map is so bright. They know there's 2 wards here and 2 people just walked here. They know there's 2 people at bot lane. And with this information, they immediately head for Baron and the teleport is coming in. Let's see this situation. See, they don't even know. They're going towards bot lane. They're like, hey, where is everybody? And before they know it, bam, Baron's gone. Baron has been taken. Look at that right there. Mundo sacrifice almost immediately. Zoe dying right away. Hajar Rujo is like, nah, I'm backing out. Alright, so if you are Soltan Edola, what are you thinking? This game's probably lost. Let's just try and make one good YOLO play and screw it. If we win, we win. Oh, that's a beautiful Dragon Rage kick. Getting into 2 people. Not gonna get the stun onto Kalok as he wanted to. The unstoppable forcing. Alright guys, I'm just gonna try, but nah, it's not gonna do anything. And Malphite's gonna fall right away. And the beautiful charge from the Vi, almost taking out the Braum, but it's not gonna be enough over there. Somehow, they're not gonna finish the game just yet, but definitely are thinking to close this game out. Dream Esports high commanding this game right now. 17-2 in kills. They are going for the full offensive. Braum coming in right now with the dash forward, trying to punish them. But look at that. They are just not even caring about KDA. They won the Nexus, and that's going to be a quick game 1. GG.
Victory.
I feel bad for Soltan Edola, honestly. They definitely had a game plan, but they were once again destroyed by that level 1 invade. I don't want to call it a cheese, but like, you know, that level 1 invade definitely did not help. It threw the game off. That lane swap definitely caused a little bit of imbalance. I'm pretty sure players might be lagging here and there. It is unfortunate, but it is an online game after all. Hopefully maybe things get better over time, who knows. But yeah, that was still well played by bot lane from by Dream Esports in general. The bot lane was really aggressive, extremely aggressive if anything, trying to show off for the cameras for everybody watching. But that being said, that is GG. We shall head on to the next game, and 10 minutes. See you then. All right, welcome back everybody to. Oh wait, I gotta mute that music. 1 second. Mega Man music is good, but we need to go back to the games. All right, welcome back to the K Project's third third day of the Wild Rift tournament. I am your caster, Coco. I realize I haven't been introducing myself, but I feel like people who know me know me. That's that's good enough. But it's always polite to say hello, everybody. This is Coco from K Project, alright? We have one more person who is actually working with us. So if you see someone else posting all the other stuff, that's him, okay? I don't like to use social media too much. Anyway, that being said, if you haven't already, remember to give our Facebook page a like, our YouTube page, subscribe, and our Instagram page a follow. Link somewhere in the description below. If you're watching this already, you guys should know where it is. Anyway, the games have been a little bit interesting. Dream Esports, definitely they had a game plan in it. Both teams reported they were lagging. Nothing we can do about it. Kind of sucks, but everyone's lagging equally, right? It's just we just hope that you don't lag at the right time or at the wrong time, if you want to say it that way. Anyway, teams are going into pick and ban phase pretty fast. That's gonna be a Nami ban right away. And the Ari ban as expected. Now the Ari ban is definitely expected because Soltan and Edola, they're really good at using Ari to their advantage at the very least. And this has definitely caused a little bit of problems. I mean, sure, they still won in a very commanding fashion, right? We saw the style and the fashion that they won. It was pretty nice, pretty obvious who was going to win almost right away. But it does not change the fact that it does sting a little bit for Team Soltan and Edola. But look at that. They've done their homework. They're not even thinking about what to pick. Lock in, lock in, lock in. Don't even have time to talk about pick and ban phase. Lee Sin already picked, followed by Yasuo and Tristana. So this is going to be a very classic thing we're going to see. Expect to see Lee Sin coming into the mid lane a lot, going to use the Dragon's Rage, kick Yasuo. It's like, alright, kick into ultimate, right? But look at that disaster in Dream Esports. They have the Lulu pick, which is going to allow for a hyper carry like Vayne to succeed. Darius, the insurance policy. We have Kennen. I don't even know where he's going. Wukong, jungling. And then we can see here, they are going to go with what they always work with. Tristana is being picked. Malphite is being picked. And Dr. Mundo is as well. So if we look at the side of Soltan and Edola, they are picking their comfort picks. They may or may not win with this, but they are going to try their best. The Vayne pick has definitely messed up with them in terms of... has definitely messed them up in terms of early game stuff, right? But that's alright. Now, Dream Esports, on the other hand, we can see they are preparing something new. We are going to see a Kennen Lulu bot lane. For the first time in the whole tournament, we might see AD Kennen. It could still be AP, but it'll be Kennen Lulu in the bot lane. We're going to see Fiora again in the top lane. And it's going to be Darius in the mid lane, if I remember correctly. Look at that. All these players are all playing different things. They're all just having fun at this point. So, Dream Esports, they've swapped roles. They're playing with each other. If anything, if we're going to play with the same roles, maybe it's Darius bot lane. Darius and Lulu, maybe they're trying something funny. Totally possible. Are they disrespecting their opponents? Maybe just a little bit, but it's also a good time to try and practice some compositions, because they do have a 1-game padding. If this game goes horribly wrong, I think I would expect them to play properly right away. But if not, if this game doesn't go horribly wrong, they're going to test what they can and can't do. And right here we see the level 1 invade and counter invade and not going well. Haja Rudra already taken down pretty low. Kalok forced to flash away. Fiora going in for the chase right now. Our Dr. Mundo is going to be a little bit safe. Kalok somehow managed to get the third stack on his blade, and he gets the knock up right away. And you can see here, the junglers are forced to back. It's a little bit of an awkward situation. Is Daze actually just gonna back like, oh my god, he actually just backed right in front of Mundo, and Mundo did not think much to see about it. Alright, we are definitely seeing a Darius Lulu bot lane. Alright, everyone's coming late to their lanes after the level 1 shenanigans. There's nothing much we can do about that. Both junglers are off to an extremely late start, but DE Slash has gotten his fair share. Zoe over there forced to just take a little bit of a back trade. Now, let's talk about this more interesting bot lane matchup now, right? Daze and Zerag. Darius Lulu against Malphite Tristana. Malphite support still gonna work, definitely can do a bit of damage, but the level disadvantage is gonna hurt them. Look at that, so he's taking quite a bit of poke already, and that's gonna hurt them in the long run, because if they were even, how do I keep missing these things? If they were even, right, they would have had a chance, but right now with the level disadvantage, it's not gonna work out. Now they have to play extremely on the defensive side. The lane is pushing, they can freeze the lane if they try, but they definitely have to make their best to defend against the onslaught that's coming, because the level advantage, there's only 2 more levels before Daze has his ultimate, and when he does, that is gonna rain a little bit of havoc onto Soltan Edola. Now I have forgotten to move this the whole time. I am so sorry, but that's okay. You guys saw my voice for a little bit longer. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, so back into the game. We are 2 minutes into the game. 1 kill, first blood already for Dream Esports. And Dream Esports have a 1,500 gold advantage. Let's just say that. Right, all the lanes, we can't say it's even. All the lanes are winning for Dream Esports. And if you are Soltan Edola, you're thinking, alright, what do we do? How do we salvage this situation? It's a little bit tough, honestly, when you think about it, right? Because the teamwork from Dream Esports is very fluid, very dynamic. And it's not to say that Soltan Edola isn't doing well either. Alright, let's see here. The initiation fight already going right away. Things are going wrong straight away. Daze is already half HP, forced to heal. Right now, Wukong uses the Cyclone, but it's not going to catch anybody, and he's going to walk away like that. I believe no flashes were burnt except for, Lee Sin flash burnt, heal burnt by the BMO. And I think an ultimate from the Wukong as well, so nothing lost too much, but nonetheless a good attempt at Ikak on the bot lane. Over here we have mid lane, a small skirmish, nothing too crazy happening right now. Now definitely yes, we can see the skill mismatch coming in, right? Look at that, BMO thinking for the style point, trying to get the kill. All Daze, oh no, oh my goodness, Daze somehow stays alive. He actually is forced to use his barrier. They're taking the turret aggro a little bit too long, I think, playing with his food right there. But let's see over here. There is going to be a little bit of action. Just going to stave him up the Scuttle Crab, saying, no. It's not yours. It's mine, bro. Anyway, let's go on back onto bot lane. We have 2 very low members. Force Flash already. And he drags him into range, actually. And he's going... Daze is going to sacrifice himself for his support. Or is he? The slow and the shield is just enough? No way. Alright, Lee Sin coming from front back. Lee Sin, you have 1 job. Don't do that. Don't reveal yourself. Alright, go. 1 kick in. That's going to be the first kill. That's double kill. Good job. Slams the ground. Gets double kill. Dream Esports gets punished for being a little too overconfident. This is going to immediately translate for the first dragon of the game, I believe. But Zoe, you got to pay attention to your HP bar. You are a little bit low, my friend. And he's now playing off to the side, but you have to watch out. Bob is coming in with the slicing maelstrom. He's going to get 2 people stunned right away. Wukong coming in, using his ultimate right away. He steals the Inferno Dragon as well. He's going to pay for it with his life, but he's not going to matter. He's going to type in chat, all chat worth it, and BMO is going to die right away. 2 for 1 exchange, plus they steal the dragon. This is so worth for Dream Esports. Definitely went really wrong for Soltan Edola, but oh man, it's heartbreaking to see, you know, like if in that case the dragon became a 50-50. You know Wukong was there. I would say I would have preferred Tristana to be inside the dragon pit so he could jump out when he needed to, but he hovered around this area here, which is a little bit too dangerous for him, and that bit him in the butt. So back into the bot lane right now. They've already secured the first turret. 3,000, 4,000 gold lead right now for Dream Esports. Kills maybe even, but they do have that tower advantage right now. Now, if you look on the side of Soltan and Edola, right, you got to think about it for them. All right, how do we win the game? So what they need to do, what they need to get right at the very least, they need Mundo to get really tanky so that Mundo can do Mundo things. Just run into a team fight, not take damage, and throw cleavers. They need Malphite to find a good ultimate. Malphite ults in, they get a little bit of a combination from the Yasuo, who some reason I've missed all of his deaths. It's okay, Yasuo, it's not faded for me to see your death on stream. It's okay. Now, Yasuo and Malphite needs to set up good combo, right? Or Lee Sin and Yasuo needs to set up a good combo. One of these two. And until they do, it's going to be very, very hard for Soltan Edola to capitalize on anything, because the presence and aura that Dream Esports is giving out right now is just too strong for Soltan Edola. Look at that. Koro's already taking the half HP. He's just gonna die just like that right away. Gonna be kicked away, but it's not gonna matter as Kamen Raja Rujo is thinking about saving his teammate, but he's gonna be forced to dash back to his allies, and right away, just like that, two people died. Zoe and Koro's taken down really, really swift, really, really quick. Bimo, you are a little bit out of position, mate. You might want to run away. Right now, getting bullied by the Fiora, and I think they're looking for the tower dive. Slash is coming in right now, thinking about it, but Unstoppable Force is coming in. That's going to be two people knocked up right now. Both Flashes being forced to be taken down. Now, DE Slash is almost there, and the kill is going to go onto the Malphite. Tristana has to jump reset. She is going to go for it, thinking about the kill, but that's not going to matter. They're going to trade one kill for the turret. Both teams got what they wanted, in a sense. If you are Soltan Edola, you are hurting for money. You just want to get the shutdown goal so that you have a chance at winning the next team fight. If you are Dream Esports, you are thinking about the macro play, the rotations. You are thinking about how to close out the game. You know that they know that they have an advantage against their opponents in Soltan Edola. They want to find their way in to break the bases. All the first tier turrets of Soltan Edola has been destroyed. Dream Esports have all 3 turrets still up, so we can see that with the macro play, right? 3 towers to nothing. That's going to be quite a bunch of a hit. Zoe right there, a little bit dangerous, but it's okay. He's going to be safe for now. 15 seconds to dragon spawn. And we are going to witness our next team fight. I wanted to talk about the items a little bit, but you know, I can never talk a point properly before something else happens. We missed a kill onto bot lane, but look at that. Initiation right away. One person deleted. Zoe is gone. Mundo is gone. It doesn't even matter. They don't even need to prepare for a dragon team fight. They just kill them right away. And look at that. Slash is just going to use his ultimate real quick. A little bit wasted opportunity right there. But this is a very smart play by them. If only that ward was not there. So here they are trying to stave off the members of Soltan Edola from even approaching the dragon, and they are doing a very beautiful macro play. Look at the map. Fiora split pushing top, destroyed Yasuo, and now is alone, uncontested, broken top lane. If it wasn't for that ward, we would have seen another massacre from Dream Esports onto Soltan Edola. The two people over there zoning Malphite and I believe Hazard Rujo away from the dragon pit. 2 people is more than enough. They're pretty fed right now. I mean, not too fed, but yeah, they're fed enough, right? They have the damage to take down dragon. That's all they need. And the zoning power of Dream Esports now is just so strong. 12,000 gold advantage right now in this game. This might end in a 2-0. It's looking pretty much like that right now. But you know, both teams are lagging. You never know. The RNG may favor them sometimes or somehow. As long as we don't get caught like this, Karluk is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get axed right away by the Darius. Darius is chasing in right now for style points, and the knockup from the Wukong going to help secure a double and then a triple kill. Baron Nashor being spawned. Slash over there being a little bit too overconfident. Gonna pop that GA right there. But look at that. Good teammates keeping him alive. Alright, they're gonna translate this into a Baron attempt almost immediately. Day, Slash, and Zrak are about it. Fiora is keeping Zoe busy and chunked him down to almost half his HP just like that. The Baron will soon be done in another 3 seconds. Kennen is backing up, looking for the advance. And look at that, Jaeger flashes away from the Malphite ultimate. Oh my god, I focused on the wrong character. And he is going to kill Zoe first. And he is going in for BMO, staying in his ultimate just a little bit to regenerate. He has regrouped with Kennen right now, and they are looking for an escape plan. I apologize. I cannot. You know, the thing about this, like in spectator mode, is that unlike in the PC version, we can't really move the characters. Like Sook, I'm trying to click on the character screens, but they're not moving, so you can't arrange them, right? So by habit, I clicked 1 because Fiora is top lane, right? You click Q, and I landed on Lulu instead. I'm so sorry, everyone. It's okay though. Looks like over here, Mundo is gonna die almost right away. The dunk coming in from the Darius, it was a misclick. It was supposed to be for the Mundo, but that's gonna be a quick double kill already by Day. She's gonna get the pull and almost gets an instant kill right away. Kalok is gonna fall right away. He gets a quadra kill. I think someone stole the pentakill. Who was that? Alright, Kennen, you are kicked out of the team as of tomorrow. Now, blue team has refused to surrender, but that's going to be a very, very swift ace 18-14, 23,000 gold advantage for Team Dream Esports. And just like that, the game is over, guys. GG, 2-0.
Victory.
I'm not gonna lie, that game was a little bit faster than I expected. But nonetheless, that is a well-played game by Dream Esports. We can see that Dream Esports right now have the superior rotations, we would say. They definitely have a lot of things planned properly. And we have seen, look at the scores, look at the scoreboard right now. Hold on, let me just get this out of the way on my screen. Like, just look at the scoreboards. It's 232, 150, 042, 121, 040. Like, they just, Soltan Edola just never had the chance to show what their team was capable of. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it do be like that sometimes, you know? But nonetheless, that means that we are done with our semi-final matches for today. It also means that Dream Esports will head towards the finals, where they will face KSV for the finals, for the grand prize of $60 for first place, $40 for second place, and then Paradox and Soltan Edola will be for third place for $20, I believe. This is a $120 prize pool. It's not a lot, but it's still money, and every team wants to, and you know, money is money, you know, $20 is $20. If I gotta fight for it, I gotta fight for it, right? We will start off tomorrow's matches, Paradox Esports and Soltan Edola, 7:30, maybe about 8 o'clock, right? Just prepare at 7:30. Prepare around 7:30, 8 o'clock. We will have the first match, the third place match between Paradox Esports and Soltan Edola. That will happen first. We will have the bronze match happening. We will find out who gets the $20, and once that is done, then it will be the finals of KSV versus Dream Esports. This will be the best of 5 match. Hopefully, we will get a match that is exciting as possible. Not too one-sided, as Dream Esports has been bullying. KSV have shown up against Paradox Esports and gave them a big surprise and a big upset, in my opinion. So maybe KSV can stand up against Dream Esports. Who knows? Will we find out? We shall find out in tomorrow's episode of K Project's Wild Rift Tournament, the finals. Alright. Now, thank you very much, everybody. And once again, I have been your caster, Coco, for today. Just remember, we are definitely sponsored by Macchiato Cafe. Somewhere down there. Yep, down there. That link over there, we have been graciously sponsored by them for this whole tournament. So we do appreciate them a lot. Remember to give everyone a support. Give our Facebook page a like. Give our Instagram page a follow. Come to our YouTube to rewatch the VODs if you need to. This is a nice game in general. I mean, I've enjoyed casting the game. I'm pretty happy to have enjoyed this with all of you. Now, I am excited to see what we're going to see in the finals tomorrow. So, until then, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember, coronavirus is still out there. Social distance yourselves.